Sleep Hacking with London Real, brought to you by Bulletproof. Learn how to hack your sleep.
I mean, I've read, I think in your book, that it would almost blind them, the light coming off the limestone quarries. What were the conditions like?
The limestone quarry was hard labor. They must crush this limestone, dig it out, break it up. We use that for mixing with sand, for making concrete and things. But also, in Cape Town is always a wind, southeaster. And if they work in a limestone quarry and the southeaster is blowing, that dust blow in their eyes. Then they'd start burning their eyes. And that makes that the eyes dried out. Even our prison guards was guarding them, could have not really properly see the prisoners in that dust when they worked there. And that was really painful, killing Mandela's eyes during that years.
And this is for a man who reads for a living. So
That's correct.
He needs his eyes. And there's that famous picture of the prison yard in Robben Island where there's each prisoner, sitting beside the other one, and I think the ones in front are breaking up rocks, and the ones behind are sewing mail bags. What was that situation? What year was that?
What happened, that was in the 70s, 77, 70, around that time. The picture was they invited a news photographer to take photos of prisoners doing soft labor because they don't do hard labor anymore. And they was piled up in a courtyard sewing mail sacks. The mail sacks was fixing mail sacks, needlework. But at the same time, they've got another row of prisoners who are still breaking stones. They're breaking blue stones to smaller stones and smaller to smaller to make concrete with it. And they was thinking that this photographer can only take a photo of the prisoners who were working on mailbags. And when the photo come out at the end, it was this popular photo people can see today, where they broke stones and do soft needlework.
Okay, it's a powerful picture. But like you said, it was a staged picture.
Yes.
So the hard labor was probably much, much worse.
Hard labor was worse, but also the breaking stones. You've got a rubber piece which you hold the stone, you must break it with a 4-point hammer. And sitting in the sun, harsh sun on Robben Island, becomes very hot in that courtyard. Breaking stone was also really hard labor.
Okay. Now talk to me about your friendship with Nelson Mandela. How did it start? And did you know it was happening? Or is it something that happened really slowly?
I didn't know that there will be a friendship start between me and Nelson Mandela. But what I've seen through him, when I observed him, I see a disciplined man. I see a man which was quite intelligent. He was studying. A man will down to earth, which will clean the passage, will do the normal work which other prisoners sometimes don't want to do. He will even clean the toilet buckets. When the other prisoner was sick, I heard one day that he also cleaned that prisoner's toilet bucket. He was a down to earth person. But I didn't believe that a person can be hungry for children. But because of Mandela was so long in prison, and also when he was outside before he get to prison, he was in exile, he was underground, he have neglected his family, he didn't see his children on a daily basis. He could have not been a good father for them because he was hide himself always for the police. So that day when you've seen one of his grandchildren on Robben Island, which I smuggled for him there.
So it was Winnie Mandela visiting him on Robben Island?
Winnie Mandela came to visit Mandela on Robben Island.
Okay, and no children are allowed on Robben Island?
Children was not allowed on Robben Island. They didn't even see children. What Mandela told me one day, while they worked in a limestone quarry, they was working with a pick and breaking the limestone, crush artwork. They heard some children in the trees and the bushes playing not far from the limestone. The wind blew their voices to the quarry. Immediately he quieted down everybody to a standstill and stop, just to hear the voices of children. And that was for them so fascinating to hear the voice of a child. But the children was the children of the prison warders of Robben Island at that stage.
This week on London Real, we have astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I wake up every morning astonished that an astrophysicist can have 1.7 million Twitter followers. The cosmos is anything where it's a frontier of human knowledge of how the world works. There's so many forces that want to deny a scientific truth just because it conflicts with their ideology. I thought of myself, because I could wrestle, as sort of a defender of geeks. There is no teacher in any time in my life, from kindergarten through 12th grade and beyond, who ever would have said, he'll go far. And the act of finding out is the lesson, not the lesson itself.
On Sunday, London Real presents Neil deGrasse Tyson, Cosmos.
I'm happy to report that there's an appetite for the cosmos out there.